Welcome to Business Finance Basics. I'm Ross Maynard. Let's get started. Business finance is the management of the monetary resources of an organisation. One of the main reasons for business failure is poor financial management, and this underlines the importance of all managers having a good understanding of business finance. The principles of business finance are those important rules that you should keep in mind when managing or reviewing a business's finances. The 5 key principles of business finance are: 1. The value of money relates to the time when it's realizable. 2. Business finance is a trade-off between risk and return. 3. The business finance equation. The money raised by the business equals the money invested in the business. This is the essence of the balance sheet. 4. Not every stakeholder in the business's finances wants the same thing. And 5. Profit is not the same as cash, and cash is king. These principles are important because they govern how we manage and report business finance. The most important of them is probably the last, that cash is king, because without sufficient cash to trade or undertake operations, a business will fail. There are 3 important financial documents in business. The balance sheet, which gives a picture of the standing of the business at a point in time, although it does not reflect market values. The income statement, also called the profit and loss account, which shows the trading performance of the business in terms of its income and expenditures over a set period of time, usually a year. And the cash flow statement, which shows how cash flows through the business, where it comes from and where it goes. This is the most important document for the business because a business can be profitable but not have enough cash to continue trading. It's therefore vital that a business manages its cash very closely. There are many financial performance indicators that can be used in business, but the 5 I consider most important for small and medium-sized businesses are: the net profit percentage, which compares earnings to total revenue. This is a measure of financial performance and should be compared with competitors. Return on capital employed. This compares earnings to the total capital employed in the business. This shows the headline rate of return that the business is generating for its owners and can be used to compare with other businesses, particularly those in the same sector or markets. The acid test ratio is a measure of the company's financial health and shows how able the business is to pay liabilities that can be called in at short notice. Debtor days is also a measure of financial health, showing how efficiently the company is managing debtors, those customers that owe it money. The longer that amounts due are allowed to remain outstanding, the greater the risk of default, which can lead to cash flow problems. And finally, interest cover. This shows how dependent the business is on loan capital and to what extent that might impact the business's cash flow and its ability to deliver returns to the shareholders. It may take several years to train as an accountant, but the basics of business finance are much simpler. Here are some things you can do to improve your understanding of business finance and become a more effective manager. 1. When you're involved in a decision-making group, use the 5 principles of business finance to inform your arguments and your decision. 2. Seek to examine proposed business decisions in terms of their impact on cash flow and identify any risks you feel the company should plan for. 3. Use the key financial measures to analyze your own business's financial statements and organize a meeting with your finance manager to talk through your thoughts and questions. Knowing the 4th principle of business finance, that not every stakeholder in the business's finances wants the same thing, make a list of the key stakeholders in your organization and consider the returns or benefits that they may want from the business. Thank you for watching. Business finance does not need to be daunting. The core principles are straightforward and understandable, and the basic tools are reasonably simple to apply. If you'd like to explore these business finance basics in more detail, please consider the full course available on Udemy at the link. I wish you well. Goodbye.